Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to Shloka Day. Today's Shloka is Shloka number 32 of chapter 10. Sarganamaadirantascha
Sarganam adirantascha
Madhyam chaivahamarjuna
Madhyam chaivaham arjuna
Adhyatma vidya vidyanam
Adhyatma vidya vidyanam
Vadav pravadatamaham.
Vadav pravadatamaham.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Sarganam,
Sarganam
all creations.
of all creations.
Adihi,
Adihi,
the beginning.
the beginning.
Antaha,
Antaha,
end.
end.
Cha,
Cha,
and. Madhyam,
Madhyam,
middle.
middle.
Cha,
also.
Eva,
Eva,
certainly.
Aham,
I am. Arjuna,
Arjuna,
O Arjuna. Adhyatma vidya,
Adhyatma vidya,
spiritual knowledge. Vidyanam,
Vidyanam,
all education.
of all education.
Vadaha,
Vadaha,
the natural conclusion.
the natural conclusion.
Pravadatam,
Pravadatam,
of arguments.
of arguments.
Aham,
Aham,
I am.
I am.
Translation of all creations.
Of all creations,
I am the beginning
I am the beginning
and the end
and the end,
and also the middle, O
and
Arjuna.
also the middle, O Arjuna.
Of all sciences,
Of all sciences,
I am the spiritual science of the self.
I am the spiritual science of the self.
And among logicians,
And among logicians,
I am the conclusive truth.
I am the conclusive truth.
So let's look at Prabhupada's purport. Among the created manifestations, the first is the creation of the total material elements. As explained before, the cosmic manifestation is created and conducted by Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, and Kshirodhakashayi Vishnu. And then again, it is annihilated by Lord Shiva. Brahma is a secondary creator. All these agents of creation, maintenance, and annihilation are incarnations of the material qualities of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, He is the beginning, the middle, and the end of all creation. So if you recall, we've said that there are three Vishnus, each of them playing a slightly different role. So Mahavishnu first creates all of the universes, then Garbhodakashayi Vishnu enters each of those universes. So you could say Garbhodakashayi Vishnu is the super soul, maintaining each of those universes. And then within those universes, when all of the Jivatmas come into being, then Kshirodhakashayi Vishnu enters all of the atoms in that universe, including the Jivatmas, as Paramatma. Then, when it is time for annihilation, that particular duty is performed by Lord Shiva. So Brahma is only a secondary creator. The Vishnus create and maintain, and ultimately Vishnu absorbs everything back. Mahavishnu absorbs everything back into his body. Therefore, he is the beginning, the middle, and the end of all creation. For advanced education, there are various kinds of books of knowledge, such as the 4 Vedas, their 6 supplements, the Vedanta Sutra, books of logic, books of religiosity, and the Puranas. So altogether, there are 14 divisions of books of education. Of these, the book which presents Adhyatma Vidya, spiritual knowledge, in particular, the Vedanta Sutra, represents Krishna. Among logicians, there are different kinds of arguments. Supporting one's argument with evidence, that also supports the opposing side is called jalpa, which means the ability to defend your side of the argument and also defend the other side of the argument, that is called jalpa. Merely trying to defeat one's opponent is called vithanda. But the actual conclusion is vada. This conclusive truth is a representation of Krishna. To understand this a little bit deeper, this is a commentary by another Parampara system coming in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lineage. Earlier in the 20th verse, Sri Krishna had stated that he is beginning, middle, and end of all living beings. Now he states the same for all creation. So that is the distinction between the two verses where the Lord uses the words Adi, Madhya, and Anta. Earlier it was for living beings, now it is for creation. All that is created, such as space, air, fire, water, and earth, is called Sarga. I am the creator, Adi, maintainer, Madhya, and annihilator, Anta, of these. Therefore, the process of creation, maintenance, and dissolution can be meditated upon as my vibhutis. Vidya is the education that a person acquires in relation to subjects of knowledge. The scriptures describe 18 types of vidyas. Among them, 14 are prominent. Angani Vedhas Chavaro Mimamsa Nyaya Vistaraha Puranam Dharma Shastram Cha Vidya Hyetascha Chaturdasha Ayurvedo Dhanurvedo Gandharvaschaiva Te Trayaha Arthashastram Chaturtham Tu Vidya Hyasta Dashaiva Taha Vishnu Purana Shiksha Kalpa Vyakaran Nirukti Jyotish Chanda. These are the 6 types of knowledge known as Veda Anga, limbs of the Veda. Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva. These are the 4 branches of Vedic knowledge. Along with Mimamsa, Nyaya, Dharma Shastra, and the Puranas. These comprise the 14 chief Vidyas. Practice of these Vidyas cultivates the intellect, deepens the knowledge, and increases awareness of the path of Dharma. Additionally, the science of spirituality liberates human beings from material bondage and gives them immortality. Thus, it is superior to the previously mentioned Vidyas. So essentially, all other Shastras are also important and good to have knowledge on, but they only enhance your intellect. It increases your awareness. Awareness alone doesn't achieve you immortality. If you want to go back to the Supreme Lord, then you have to delve into the spiritual science that the Lord is talking about here, Adhyatma Vidya. This is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam as well. Sa Vidya Tanmatiryaya, from the 4th canto, 29th chapter, 49 verse. The best knowledge is that by which the intellect becomes attached to the lotus feet of God, which means the only knowledge that matters is that knowledge that gets you attached to the Supreme Lord through the process of bhakti. All other knowledge are just foundations for bhakti. But if bhakti doesn't generate as a result of acquiring that knowledge, then that knowledge is just mere academic knowledge. That academic knowledge has to be put into practice in the form of bhakti. So therefore, the Lord is saying, Adhyatma Vidya, the science of the self, is the highest type of spiritual science. In the field of argument and logic, Jalpa means to find fault with the opponent's statements for the sake of establishing one's own opinion. Vithanda means to avoid proper deliberation on the truth through evasion and frivolous arguments. Vada is the logical conclusion of the discussion. Logic is the basis for communication of ideas and establishment of truths. It is because of a universal sense of logic that knowledge can be easily cultivated, taught, and learnt in human society. The universal principles of logic are a manifestation of the power of God. So you notice some people are very, very skilled in defeating another person's propositions or arguments. So even that ability to think ahead and destroy another person's point of view, just using logic, that is also a vibhuti of the Supreme Lord. So the science of the self is the highest science, and the Lord is the beginning, middle, and end of all creations.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.